What happens when one of the internet's most trusted, soft-spoken creators is suddenly accused of living a completely different life behind the scenes? Because right now, that's exactly what's happening with Sykkuno. Sykkuno, known for his calm, soft-spoken, wholesome boy failure persona, Among Us collaborations, and ties to offline TV, is facing backlash after a detailed expose dropped on April 10th, 2026. VTuber MelonMedia released a 32-page Google Doc outlining a series of allegations, accusing him of being a serial cheater, liar, and manipulator. She claims Sykkuno pursued romantic and sexual relationships with multiple women, including smaller or up-and-coming creators like herself and Alphalia, while allegedly hiding a long-term girlfriend dating back to 2021. According to the document, this included Discord screenshots, timelines of interactions, and gift records, such as a trip to Paris during a 2025 TFT event and sending €500 for an apartment. MelonMedia describes a pattern often referred to as love bombing, including talk of moving in together or long-term plans. MelonMedia says he would line up hookups around events while giving the impression he was single and committed. A voice recording is cited where he allegedly admits to many of the lies. She and Alphalia reportedly corroborated stories after connecting, painting a picture of him leveraging his fame and status to target those who looked up to him. This reinforced the timeline presented in the document. Additional reporting surrounding the situation also highlights claims that he may have maintained different narratives with different individuals at the same time, further contributing to accusations of manipulation and dishonesty. As the story gained traction, older claims and alleged messages began resurfacing, including a post from a user identified as ex-girlfriend Lena, which reads, "I dated him from 2015 to 2019. I warned a few people about him at the time, but most people didn't believe me and got harassed for it. Does anyone know how I could get in contact with this GF? If she will speak with me, I really want to talk to her. I feel bad that so many people got hurt." Reddit user Revolutionary Mind 29 posted screenshots to Imgur. In them, alleged leaks from Lena leaked to Twitter or X DMs in October of 2020, claiming him of faking a poor and lonely persona to farm sympathy and donations, maintaining a calculated on-stream character, privately trash-talking offline TV members, while leveraging connections, for example with Lily Pichu, and other boundary-related issues. These earlier claims were largely dismissed or buried at the time amid his rising popularity. It is also alleged that back in 2019, an 18-year-old acquaintance of a moderator, Kale, met Sykkuno, then around 29, alone in a park. The alleged chats and accounts describe him ignoring boundaries, becoming overly touchy, and making her uncomfortable. Afterward, he reportedly mentioned her frequently on stream, including her music, with a noticeable change in his voice. When Kale brought evidence of a server member harassing a female user in the private Discord, Sykkuno allegedly dismissed it as relationship drama. Kale was then unmodded for persisting, the victim was blamed, and the harasser was kept in the community to protect the server's image. The response from the streaming community has been deeply divided. Some viewers feel betrayed by the contrast between Sykkuno's public image and the alleged behavior, especially given the perceived power imbalance with smaller creators. Others argue that, even if true, this falls under personal misconduct rather than something cancel-worthy, framing it as messy relationship drama rather than criminal behavior. While others are probably left off thinking, what else is there to say but, damn, how did we not see that coming? And then, there are those asking a bigger question. How much of what we see online is actually real? But one thing is clear. The line between public persona and private behavior is getting harder to ignore. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is enough to permanently damage his career? Or will his audience move on? And where do you draw the line between private mistakes and public accountability for creators like this? Let us know in the comments.